Alright, you guys. Hello. My name's Alicia.
I'm Annabelle,
and welcome to the Sister2sister podcast.
This is obviously our little mini version, but go ahead and get your snacks
And some water.
and sit down and chat with us.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a drink of my water real quick while you guys go get yours.
Yes, let's go ahead and drink some.
Yeah. All right. So we're kind of going to start off this just kind of giving a little backstory to how we met, how we got this idea to do a podcast.
Where we came up with the name, how we came to this name, because let me promise you guys, it was not easy at all.
No, it honestly wasn't. We went through a lot of different names, a lot of different variations.
A lot of trials and
tribulations.
trials and errors, if
Trials
you say.
and errors, yeah.
Yeah. But to start off, I will say that we're gonna go off of
How we first met.
how we first met. Yeah.
And I'll let you start on this one. Go ahead.
Okay.
Tell everybody how we met.
Okay. So my version of how we met. It was back in high school. Yes, very much. I think it was during PE class. PE is the easiest subject probably ever, and I don't know why, but I just did not want to do PE, and I would always get sent out. And I think I noticed that she was also getting sent out a lot.
Yeah.
So
I would get sent out on purpose too. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Especially when we had to do the dances.
Yeah,
You know,
the dances.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. So I'd be like, no, I'm cool. I'd rather go sit outside, you know. And then we started talking more about that. And then my brother ended up dating her. And then I don't even remember my brother telling me about her at all. And then it was like the more I hung out with my brother, I was like, oh, she's pretty dumb. I was like, she's cool.
Yeah, same kind of story. I feel like we knew each other a little bit well because we would hella talk like smack in PE together. I remember you and D were close.
Yeah, we were pretty
in
close.
PE.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Kay was in that class too.
Okay, yeah, I think she was.
Yeah, and we would always get sent out together.
Yeah, because I remember like we would have our 4 people. It would be you, me, D, and then I think Kay.
Yeah. But yeah, and then obviously once I started dating your brother,
it was just like
a little bit more.
It was just like click from that.
Bro.
Yeah,
but
history from there.
Honestly, but you know what's crazy is I feel like we were close there, and then we went through a period where we weren't that close, and then now I feel like we're closer than we were even back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. There was like a little piece where we weren't that close, like we would talk, but it's not like this time that we're talking again. I feel like,
you know what's crazy though?
We're like,
Why? I think it's because we had kids, and then like they say, it takes you like a few years to get back to how you really were.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe that's what it is.
And what they call it, they say it takes a few years to find your pink again.
Yeah.
Yeah. You find your
maybe
pink
we
again.
found our pink.
Yeah. Yeah, because now we're like this, and every Friday or Saturday we're like, bro.
You know what's funny? I think we call each other like every 5 times after I get off of work, and we'll be on the phone for a little while, and then we'll be like, all right, I'll call you back in a little bit.
It is funny too, because like sometimes I'll be her first call. She's like, oh, I just got off of work.
For real. And then like I was thinking this the other day too. It was crazy because a lot of times I'll call you and be like, bro, I was literally just about to call you, or I was just thinking about calling you.
Yeah, it is like
and I'm
that.
like, why do we always have that like weird like thing that clicks in our head, and we always like say the same word?
I mean, there's a word for it. I can't.
Like telepathy.
I can't even say that word.
Telepathy.
So now that you guys kind of know a little how we met, should we move on to about how we came to the name?
I think we should start about how we came to the idea first. Yeah.
The idea?
Yeah.
You start with that.
Okay, I'll start with this one. We started talking about a podcast over a year ago.
Yeah.
I remember us sitting down and writing things down in a notebook, and we started it a while ago, and then we just
I think it was like at at nighttime too.
No, yeah, for sure, probably. I don't really remember, but no, yeah, I remember us talking about it, and we're like, we're gonna get everything. We're gonna get a TV on the wall. And you know, obviously, this stuff. Whenever you start no, actually, let me take it back real quick before I say that. So we went through that, and then we stopped, and then we were both like, you know what, dude, we don't have the right equipment, whatever. We have to start it, or else we're never gonna start it. Mm-hmm. So that's why we're starting the live, because we still are working to get all the proper equipment. We have some, but not all. Yes. So we're like, you know what, we just gotta freaking do it and stop putting it off. So we made a Facebook, an Instagram,
a TikTok.
Even though that's going away, that's a whole other story.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
But yeah, that's like.
I think the other to put like on top of why the idea we came to it too is because like we realized that like we have a lot that we can talk about.
Yeah, and we talk a lot.
And we noticed that like when we were thinking about a podcast and like coming to like our topics and stuff like that and why should we even do a podcast, it's like we have kind of a lot of the similarities growing up and stuff like that you'll get to know us more down the road as this podcast comes to something eventually, hopefully.
Yeah. Kind of piggyback off that real quick, like you said, we have a lot of things in similar, and also I think we had mentioned like people aren't open about past. We have funny stuff to talk about. We have deep stuff, but like we want to be like, you know what, you should feel comfortable having these kinds of conversations.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we do. We're like, oh, this happened, and she's like, what? So like, we can have a book to write about it, and like, instead of writing a book, why not make a podcast where we can talk about it and eventually have you guys come and ask us questions, and maybe you guys can relate to some of what we talk about eventually in our other episodes and stuff like that. You guys will get to know us a lot deeper, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like we're gonna do this little podcast, this mini little live podcast that we're doing, but initially we're gonna start uploading these, you know, to YouTube or whatever. This one's gonna be like a little 30-minute live. Yeah. We'll eventually have like 45-minute to an hour podcast.
So that way it gives you actually, and we'll talk about more deeper topics. So that way you guys can actually sit back and actually get to know us on a not deeper level, but also a personal level and a mindful level. And like our plans or what our future is and stuff like that with this podcast or just in general. Like, I feel like we have a lot of ideas right now for what we want to do. Which just, I feel like with us, when we put our mindset to it, we want to like write tomorrow. Like, dude, I want to be like, bro, can we just have everything tomorrow and like
I know.
Be cool with it?
Honestly, dude. I was been waiting for these 100 followers.
I know. Shout out to you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for the 100 followers. You guys have obviously brought us to this point to do a mini little podcast with you guys on Facebook Live.
And 100 might not seem like that much, but that's a lot on Facebook to me. Like, we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Without uploading anything first besides our TikTok.
And I feel like 100 followers, we did that in within a month, I feel like.
Yeah, it was within like a month.
And I feel like if we do get 100 followers, we can get 200 followers, 300 followers. It just takes time. And I feel like our time will get there.
Yeah, right now we're just going to start off with Fridays at 7.
Yes.
For our mini versions.
Every Friday.
We also want to do this little segment called Sisterly Advice, where you can kind of send in anonymous questions and we'll answer them.
Yes, so if you guys, and we won't say your name if you guys send us questions and stuff like that. We won't say who it is, who asked the question. We'll just go ahead and read it and then answer it how we would, and you guys will get your answer.
Yeah, it's pretty like a little simple segment, but we thought it'd be like a little fun thing.
Yeah, and I think what eventually we're gonna do too is maybe on Friday nights we'll have like 1 or 2 Friday nights out of a month where we get on live and we play a game or something like that. And, you know, like, we'll pull out a card and we'll talk about that topic or a subject like that.
Yeah, just kind of like messing around. Once we start actually uploading them on YouTube, we won't be uploading full podcasts.
We have, piggybacking up off the socials of the YouTube, we do have our YouTube, our Instagram, and our TikTok linked in our profile, but yes, TikTok, we all know, is getting shut down. So go ahead and follow us on YouTube, our Instagram, and, well, obviously, Facebook.
Yeah. I'm still upset about the TikTok.
I know.
Yeah, it sucks. We were doing pretty good on there.
Do you want to talk about that?
About our TikTok?
Yeah.
Or about it getting banned? Because I'm upset, dude. We started making TikToks because TikTok is an easier platform to get followers on. So we're like, you know what? We can start building our following on here and being like, well, follow us over here.
Yeah, it's a lot of attraction comes from TikTok.
Yeah.
Was certain things that you post in. We posted about 4 or 5 videos, and out of those 5 videos, I think 3 of them got pretty good for us starting out as beginners.
Yeah, it's a new profile.
Yeah.
With no followers.
It was like, I mean, it's minimum like 1,700, but it was like, for only having 4 or 5 videos and no one knowing us, that's pretty a good view for TikTok.
Yeah, so it kind of sucks that it's going away.
Yeah, I know, because I feel like we were doing pretty good on there.
I feel like that would have helped us. But you know what? I'm sure there'll be something else because there was Vine, there was Musical.ly, and there was TikTok.
2 new beginnings, 2 new things.
Exactly. Period. You know what I was gonna say though? I mean, I don't know if this is something like for life, but we need to start posting on our Instagram. Instagram Reels go good. So if you guys want to see some Instagram Reels,
yes, some Instagram Reels.
Let us know.
So.
I'm gonna take a quick pause and take a drink of my water. So our goal was to make it to 7:30, do like 30 minutes. We did go through our topics pretty quickly.
I feel like there was a topic that we're missing. I feel like we said something and we can't remember.
I think we need our emergency topic. What was that?
What was our emergency topic? No.
I don't know. We were on the phone earlier when we said it.
Honestly, no. We can still talk about more about our background and stuff like that. But I want to leave some more of the info.
Okay, let's say some of our similarities real quick because we're like, oh, like we have similar lives.
Yeah.
So I'll start by one and you'll go with the other.
Okay.
So one thing about us that's similar is that we're both the oldest and only girl in our family.
Yes. And we're the only ones who don't have sisters and just brothers. So I have 3 younger brothers.
I have 2 brothers. I also do have step siblings, but
yes,
originally 2 brothers.
Yes. So that's how we kind of came up with the Sister2sister title of our podcast, because we're both sisters. We're also sister-in-laws.
Yeah.
We're sisters.
We are the sisters that we didn't get.
Yeah, literally. So that's how we came up with the title.
Sister. So it's just one sister talking to another sister.
So it's a Sister2sister podcast.
So it's another. Oh yeah, you said the last similarity. Another similarity that we have is kind of a deeper one.
Oh gosh.
But we both have had to kind of help raise our siblings growing up due to experiences that we share with our parents.
Yeah. We won't talk about those topics until further down the road, but those are the more deeper ones. So if you want to hear about those, then you better stay tuned.
Yes.
Another similarity.
What? We're like almost the same age.
Literally. Another similarity, I'm gonna go kind of a little deep. How you said with this one too.
Yeah.
We talk to our dads more than we talk to our moms.
Yeah, I feel like lately I don't talk to either as much, but yeah, definitely I used to.
Yeah, that's growing up. I grew up with my dad a lot, and I know that's how you did with your dad. Yeah.
I mean, I did to a certain. No, I did with both my parents to a certain point, but yeah, majority I think. Yes.
So there is a couple similarities that we have had. I mean, there's plenty more, but we just don't want to give you guys all the information right now.
Yeah,
then we wouldn't have anything to talk about.
Honestly.
So we talk about the similarities, but
should we say some like topics that we wanted to do? I have them.
Yeah. We can name off some topics.
So we'll kind of name off some topics because this isn't necessarily a full topic discussion video today.
Yeah. This is kind of just like a rundown video with you guys. Like this is gonna be basically our test video. You guys are our little puppets right now. We're testing it with you.
Oh, I almost gave away all of our passwords to our social media.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. But so far, this will be a little mini pod that we will do with you guys Fridays, 7 to 7:30. Some might be 7 to 8. In the future, like we said in the beginning, we do obviously want to go to like 45 to an hour video, and we will post them on YouTube.
And like sometimes we'd like to have guests. I feel like I've done like have a guest and kind of just speak and let them tell us a little bit about their life, and we can learn other people.
Yeah, and we can even, if we have a guest, we can even make it that day to where we play a game.
Yeah.
And both are like, all right, we gotta bring up a topic within that question.
Oh yeah.
You know.
So one of the kind of categories that we have to talk about are just like girly things, like things, girly things like first kiss, our first period experience, and I'm not going to give you all of them, but yeah, that's one of the kind of topics that we have.
Another topic that we are going to be talking about that is also something that we both have obviously a similarity is mom topics.
Oh yeah, mom topics.
So it's going to be like birth experience and etc. So
yeah, we don't want to tell you that, but we're just giving you guys little sneak peeks.
Yeah, just little sneak peeks.
We have these episodes planned out pretty well.
Yes, we do.
Teen experiences. So anything you did as a teen is probably on this list, good or bad.
Yeah, we want to do toxic relationships. If that's either with friends or parents or boyfriend. We are going to give you pretty deep conversations. Yeah. So this is why we had made a podcast.
Because we really do have so many things to talk about. Yeah. And I know we can talk for a while. Yeah, it's just we're trying to give you guys a little glimpse of everything right now without giving you everything, because this isn't necessarily our first exact video.
Yeah.
This is just an introduction.
Yes. And like Annabelle had said in the very beginning, eventually we want you guys to DM us some questions or something to talk about in our lives, and we will pick a couple of you guys to talk about that in our lives. We won't say who you guys' names are or anything, of course, but we'll keep it anonymous.
Yeah, that's one thing about this podcast is we don't want to name drop anybody. We went on live like that's what made us actually really kind of want to go into it when we went on live not that long ago, and we were name dropping pretty hard. Yeah, so if you came from, or if you're coming from that live and you knew about that live, yeah, this one's similar but not exactly.
We're gonna keep this one PG.
PG. No, it's definitely not gonna be PG. It's just gonna be not controversial, I hope.
Not yet. Maybe. But I feel like this video, our little mini podcast today, actually felt really good. I felt like they're finally putting us to a test on a platform, and for us not, being so used to a audience through a phone.
And we're used to making videos and stopping and starting. So this is definitely a challenge to basically keep the conversation going and not make it awkward.
We gotta get as comfortable as we can right now, okay?
That's why we got blankets.
Yeah. We will get better, y'all. We will get better.
Yeah, so bear with us. We are just starting off, but we're doing it. So that's
and
really
this is our first live. So
yeah, thank you to everybody who joined in today with us and let us kind of explain. This video will be posted after. So if you didn't get a chance to join the live, you can watch the video after.
And maybe you can join us for our next video on Friday at 7 o'clock next week.
Yes, exactly.
And thank you for watching the Sister2sister podcast.
Thank you for liking the live. And yeah, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.